Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. Alright, last episode was short, but very dramatic. Tokisada was missing, he became unmissing, and he showed up to Byakuya's house, seeking change to the island by trying to say down with Douma, but that was the wrong choice. So, we managed to make him run away, and now we're going to chase after him. Hopefully this will be a happier chapter. I'm not sure if we're, reaching some sort of, climax in the story. I mean, so far everything's been kind of fluffy with some, dystopian vibes, some discontent and anxiety, but, nothing as dramatic as what happened last time. So, yeah, hopefully this one will be a little bit sweeter of a chapter. It's called A Private Wedding, so... Perhaps... we're gonna, give some vows. Also, in the next upcoming chapters, it looks like there's no more choices. So yeah, it's gonna steer us towards a happy end. And then yeah, we'll have to go, back from this point to choose a few wrong answers to get the bad ending. Anywho, let us begin. Tokisada! With the carriage, I was finally able to catch up to Tokisada before long. But Tokisada continued to walk into the ocean as if he couldn't hear me calling for him. No, don't go in the water. He's gonna swim back to Japan. Don't go! Wait! I'm leaving. You can't leave that way. I can't stay on this island anymore. I don't want to be here. See the waves? The ICC is calling for me. I'm not worthy of being an outsider. I can't do anything. I have no power at all. I couldn't fulfill my role. I'm not worthy. Still alive, though. You can still change. All that's left is for me to return to the ocean. It's gonna turn into sea foam. It's not the Little Mermaid. Please don't say that. I already know that you died once before in your homeland. After hearing that, I'm confident that nothing about you can shake me. Tokisada's fingers twitched ever so slightly. The night ocean can be freezing, so let's head back to shore. No. I tried to grab his hand, but he shook it off weakly. Tokisada, look at me. Don't turn your back on me. Hello? Oh, okay. Taking his clothes off. Oh, is that the scar that they were mentioning? Oh god, that's is that his whole neck? That would be frightening to, look at. It's just, a stark reminder of, how you died. He's gonna execute me. Huh? Oh, Lord Tsuneho is gonna execute you. Not Douma? I mean, Douma's pretty much, do it, I dare you, but... I don't think Douma would actually, yeah, I don't think Douma was, gonna go seek revenge. He was just yeah, don't do it again. Lord Tsuneho. He said that I'm not a real outsider if I can't perform any miracles. So I'm gonna be executed. Again! I was beheaded at the garden at Hara Castle. My life. I'm sure I lost my life back then. Tokisada. I really am alive. Oh god, he's going through traumatic stress. He's oh god, I died and now they're gonna do it again if I can't prove myself. That's why he's probably was so desperate to do anything. I found my way to Paraiso, yet my body's still shackled by this hideous scar. Paraiso, a word from beyond the ocean meaning paradise. I think that Jigen mentioned, like, looking for paradise as well. And now I'll be executed again. What does Deuce want from me? I can't hear his voice. Or is this the punishment for what I've done? Is it because I cursed Deuce just before I was beheaded at the castle? I mean, that's kind of normal. It's like, your life is about to end. You have it, like, in such a horrible way. So, like, gonna curse the one who forsake you. Is that why I'm here? Isn't this beautiful island supposed to be Paraiso? Isn't this the paradise where I'm supposed to rest in peace? Or am I just gonna die another miserable death? Tokisada's body shook terribly. Execution. It has to be a lie. I don't know if Lord Tsuneho has the power to execute him. But maybe he managed to fool him. Lord Tsuneho? The kind-hearted Lord Tsuneho would never do such a thing. Probably threatened. We don't... Byakuya does not know that side of Lord Tsuneho. Or is this part of his plan? Eli, lama sabachthani. God, why have you forsaken me? Tokisada's wail echoed across the ocean in the silence of the night. Lord. No matter how much I suffer, the ocean is always blue, beautiful, and silent as ever. Am I not worthy of hearing your voice? Am I a vile sinner in your eyes, unworthy of speaking to you? Am I unable to perform any miracles? Must I curse you again at my death? Oh. How many times must I die to be absolved of my sins? Oh, Tokisada, you didn't do anything. You tried to save people. What am I supposed to... Eli, please say something. Oh no. Oh, there he goes. Big hugs for you. You don't need to perform any miracles. You can stay here as long as you want. That's all you need to do. Oh. He's like, Tokisada's going through a crisis, like, thinks he's gonna die again. He thinks his god has forsaken him here. They don't even, like, worship the same god here. They're Japanese, like, gods from folklore. He's like, oh god, it's like, where am I? I want you to stay by my side forever. I want you to be my husband. You. I know how many times we have to say it. I guess maybe Byakuya hasn't like been resolute in that. His lean, wet body shivered in the cold. I'm sorry. I couldn't save you. I was unable to do anything again. I can't save anyone. I'm not an outsider. I'm not worthy. I'm just an imposter. Don't talk about yourself like that. All I know is that I want you to be with me. But I'm gonna be executed. I wasn't able to perform any miracles. Don't worry. I won't let them execute you. I mustered all the strength I had to embrace him. Oh, baby boy. If anyone dares to try and harm you, I'll make their very existence disappear. Oh, she's gonna perform the hokey pokey. Gonna perform the magics. What are you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. The women of Tenyo Island, we can use Batsu to protect ourselves. You're my soulmate. Protecting you is protecting myself. I guess you could justify it like that. Like you're part of my soul. It's not just me protecting myself, like preventing myself from being defiled. I won't let anyone harm you. Don't worry, Tokisada. Your girlfriend has soul powers. She can disintegrate people. Unless you don't want to be with me. Tokisada, do you really want to disappear into the waves? No. Tokisada shook his head weakly. I want to be with you on this island forever and ever. But I don't know what to do. Especially after what happened back there. I can't. I cursed myself furiously as I looked on at him about to break. I helped push him into this corner. You don't feel guilty. I mean, he really wanted to do something, but I guess we didn't find the right outlet, and then the wrong people, probably Canon, gave him the wrong one. I kept pushing him without understanding his struggles. I kept pushing him by smiling at him, by encouraging him. Then, love me. Is that role not enough for you? Sis. I want you to stay on this island. I don't want to see you get swallowed by the waves again. So please, don't cry. As I reached out to dry his tears. Oh, the flower! Came back at the right moment. That flower. A white flower drifted towards us from the black ocean. Oh, the waves brings what one seeks. It was still in bloom, unchanged by the waves. Tokisada, that flower is yours. I'm sure it's the flower I set into the water that night that I was on stage. No one's living on Tenyo Island anymore. Which means it finally found its way to you. To me? Oh. Alright, it's kinda nice. We're like comforting him. Usually it's the other way around. It's like the female lead is crying and then the man is just like, oh, let me just take you in my warm embrace. You are my betrothed. We're gonna live on this island forever, and we're gonna enjoy the ice cream floats together. We'll walk on the beach and look for things that have drifted ashore. If you leave now, I'm sure Paris will be so sad that he'll leap into the sea himself. I can't let that happen. You can't. You still haven't taken Asa to eat ice cream yet. I think you have enough reason to be here. I know, just like live life. Like you don't have to do something grand. So, let's have our wedding tonight. Oh, there gonna be any witnesses? Oh, we're gonna have that kind of wedding. We're gonna elope. Come on in. Thank you. Tokisada, I'm gonna have you take off your shirt this time and have it dried. You're completely soaked. Well, but... Your scar doesn't bother me at all. That may be so, but... Oh. Sorry, is it time to get naked? Will you take your shirt off if I take off mine? Huh? I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I'm drenched too, so I want to dry off as soon as I can. I understand that, but see? I'm totally fine, so you're not fine at all. You don't need to feel embarrassed if both of us have our clothes off. That just makes... I don't know, that might just... That's just extra embarrassing. That's double embarrassing. What in the world are you saying? That would make it even more embarrassing. Tokisada tried to leave, but his body was shivering too much to move. I'm really fine. If you keep this up, I'm gonna take off your clothes myself. You go, girl. What? He's gonna be like, oh no, Kya! He's gonna be like, oh, I'm ruined for marriage. That's like Byakuya just frustratingly tears off his clothes. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're doing it. What? Oh my. There. Feels a bit warmer now, right? Oh, we're taking the initiative here. Get a better view of the scar as well. Oh, and they have their matching necklaces. They're matching rosaries. So Jesus can watch. Oh yeah, that's a pretty jagged scar. I wonder if I must have not have been a clean cut. God. It's like literally a pain in the neck. But yeah, that'd be horrifying to just recount how you died via beheading. Yes, it's warmer, but it's about to get extra hot in here. Relax. You think I'm not embarrassed too? As you look rather pleased with yourself, Byakuya. Maybe it's just that sort of thing though, oh, the other party is being all emotional and embarrassed, so you have to be I gotta keep myself together here. Alright. Tokisada's body was incredibly tense. It was like I was holding a block of ice. This is a man's body. I knew I shouldn't look, but I couldn't stop myself from peeking. You knew what you were doing, Byakuya. His body looks a lot better than mine. Tokisada's chest was surprisingly muscular despite it being flat and smooth. He looks like a skinny boy. I don't know. It was so different from my own soft chest. I should have fixed my bath here sooner. The faucet doesn't work with all the rust. No, I am actually fine like this. I mean... I could feel heat returning to Tokisada's cheeks and neck. Still feeling rather cold myself, I pressed closer against him to feel his warmth. Sis, I'm warm enough, so just stay like this. Are you sure? You're also gonna have to stop calling me sis. Pretty soon. I was starting to feel more embarrassed. Seeing Tokisada shiver from the cold earlier made me so worried that I ended up undressing us both, but he's fine, I didn't think I'd get this far. What do I do now? About what you said earlier. Can you really accept me? Do you not want to drink soda with me anymore? Of course I want to. But I'm not worthy of being an outsider. There's no laws saying you have to do anything. At least as an outsider. It's just a precedent that the other ones did. Then why don't we just say that your role is to be my beloved husband? Tokisada closed his eyes tightly as if trying to hold back tears. Tokisada, I want you to know my real name. Does he still not know the name Byakuya? I don't think, I guess we didn't mention it. Like, he just, from the get-go, he just called us sis, and like, that was it. My real name is Byakuya. Byakuya? Almost no one knows it. But since you're gonna be my husband, I want to hear you call me by my true name. Byakuya. It's a beautiful name, sis. Oh, I mean, it suits you well. Thank you. I wasn't able to become a man worthy of you. Instead, all I did was make you worried. But there's one thing I know I'm the best at, out of everyone on this island. What's that? Loving you, sis. Oh, so cheesy. I wanted to stand beside you. I wanted to become a real man on this island. It's true that I wanted to change things, but you're the one who made me realize that. This is just a start for both of us. Tokisada took a breath. You're gonna stay here, right? There's no need to rush things. I'm sure we can do it someday. No, we will change things. One by one. You're right. You've been telling me so from the very beginning. I love you, Tokisada. I don't ever want to be without you. You'll stay by my side as my husband, won't you? I want to. No, I will stay by your side. Then, let's say our vows now. Yeah. Everything was going fine until I suddenly realized. By the way, do you know what we were supposed to say to make it official? I don't remember all the details, but, there we go. It's probably gonna, like, remember, like, Christian weddings or something. Oh, okay. We're getting, like, CGs left and right here. Oh boy, we're crisscrossing our crosses here. Do you promise to love me and keep me, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health? Also, we get to see a better view of Byakuya. Oh, the flower's there too. Girl, that lingerie. That mature lingerie you're wearing. Ah. That's right. These were the words. My stomach churned from nervousness and an excited joy. I do. Now, sis, say the same to me. At a time like this, I would love to hear you say my real name, Byakuya. Now, Byakuya. The expression on his face, the sound of his voice as he shyly spoke my name, were so adorable. I felt as though the bud that sprouted inside me had just bloomed. Do you promise to love me and keep me, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, for as long as we both shall live? I do. I will be your husband on this island, until death do us part. My body and soul are yours forever. Forever? This is, where we would kiss. Kiss. Not that we have to. We could stop here if you want. Boy, we're like half naked. You're probably fully naked. I don't know. Everything's kind of everything's tastefully obscured. No, let's. As we gazed at each other, we slowly brought our lips closer. Oh, smooches. Oh. How adorable. I was surprised by the coldness of his lips. I'm sorry. Did you not want to? She said yes. It's just that your lips are still a little cold. We need to warm them up. I pressed my lips to his again. Byakuya. We've said our vows, so you can't run away from me anymore, got it? You lock the door before he runs away from the booba. Tokisada nodded as I gently ran my fingers through his wet hair. That's kind of like his... You can kind of see better, like... He does have, like, green... That's not really a highlight. I mean, he does have highlights, too, but it's, like, kind of a green, like, fade underneath his, like, brown hair. It just gives him some more, like, green characteristics. Don't worry. I won't run. This time, Tokisada pressed his lips against mine. His lips were still cold. You're wearing that cross. Thank you. His fingers grazed against my skin. Ah! Now you're getting all shy. Couldn't believe the sound that just escaped me. Oh, are you making like... making those sounds? The place he touched ached and tingled with a strange heat, and I felt waves of a new sensation flowing through my body. Oh, that was... Do you want to punch me? Alright, well, maybe she's into it. I don't know. You would still think so, even at a time like this. I told you I don't want to punch you. Stop asking. Tokisada looked around for his cross, his eyes searching as if he was slightly confused. Would you be angry if I touched you again? Please be honest. I could hold myself back. I think. Gonna have to say 50 Hail Marys to calm yourself down. Holding back? I don't think you were expecting us to go this far. And it's probably too soon. But I still want to touch you. Too soon, right? Don't worry, I can restrain myself. Tokisada lowered his head again with guilt. Poor guy. He wants to, but he's too much of a flustered boy. No? You're gonna keep asking. I always thought I would need to prepare myself completely before taking this step. But I wasn't prepared in the slightest. Yeah, you just kinda got swept up in the moment. Not a chance at all? I desperately wanted to hold him. You're leaving him hanging, girl. After you took off his clothes, you're leaving him hanging. I wanted to share my warmth with him. I brought him out of that cold sea, and now I wanted to keep him as my own. I want to. Tokisada's eyes widened. The blush that came across his face in response to what he wanted endeared him to me more. Byakuya. Oh, smooches. Oh, our necklaces are tangled up. Oh, this is gonna be weird. I just imagine like trying to like break apart. It's like, oh no. I gotta untwist this. Flip it around here. Tokisada carefully placed his lips upon my skin around where the cross was hung. Tokisada! Heat rose from within me as my fingers searched for something to cling onto. Your voice. What does it mean? Is it like in the stories? Do you feel good? What kind of stories were you reading? Maybe? I noticed that Tokisada's tone changed. His voice was full of desire, similar to the one I heard back in the carriage or on that rainy day. Then can I touch you someplace else? All I could do was nod. Is there a part of you want me to touch? I don't know. Then let me find it. I want to hear that voice again. Okay, he wants to hear the cries. Tokisada! His lips and fingers weren't cold anymore. Maybe it was because of me. The overwhelming heat made it hard to breathe. I love you, Byakuya. His fingers searched all over my body. Places I had never even touched myself before. Oh, okay. Byakuya. Are we gonna make those sounds? Probably not. Not confident in making those sounds. You sure you don't want to hit me? Are you fine with me touching you like this? Wow, he's like extra consent here. Do we need to sign a form? I won't hit you, so please touch me. My desperate desire for love had taken control over my heart and my mind. I couldn't resist him anymore. Thank you for saving me. You gave me a role to fulfill. I won't run ever again, so please, let me stay by your side. I will love you like this, forever. I love you. My back arched as he suddenly placed his lips on my skin. Such a simple touch from him made me happier than I had ever been before. Happier than anyone else in this world. Oh my, it's getting hot in here. It's been a very exciting night. Yeah, he almost killed Douma. We're getting it on afterwards. Everything happened tonight. Tokisada. Oh. Is her hair changing color? Is that why it flashed? I love you. I love you so much. I'm so badly in love with you. Tokisada's fingers continued to move as he kissed me. As I traced my skin again and again, my voice escaped me against my will. Look, the color of your hair is changing again. I'm happy to see your hair in my color. Let me deepen it more. Oh, okay. The night marches on. Oh, more CG. Oh wow, her hair is really green. It really is green. I guess they made more love. Dyed it even more. It is. I'm surprised myself. You're beautiful, no matter what color you are. Tokisada gently kissed my newly green hair. Did he lose his green? His hair almost looked less green than it was in the other CG. We absorbed it. Was it good enough? Do you want me to rate your performance, sir? I'm being serious here. This is a really important part of being your husband, isn't it? It was good. We don't want to hurt his feelings now. Really? Really? So everything's the same here on this island? I think it's the same, like in the books? How am I supposed to respond to that? So it was fine. Thank God. Byakuya doesn't even have, like, another point of reference, like Tokisada is the first. He closed his eyes in relief. He was so serious and kind, even in this situation. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to say, but I felt like I was in heaven. Oh boy. Don't let the missionaries hear that. That was the happiest I've ever been in all my life. He said it slightly embarrassed, but I could feel how happy he was. There's no way I could hold back my own feelings. Me too. I blushed, remembering what just happened. But it was a much happier feeling than I could have ever imagined. So this is what it was to feel the touch of the person you loved. I was envious of that older man from before. Loving someone and being loved. Although it was kind of like... It was a long-lost love, though. Like, hopefully we don't have to, like, separate after just one night, like old man... What was his name? Fuso? Of the fuchsia? Like, yeah, hopefully we could stay together longer than just one night. Be very sad, otherwise. I gently touched the scar around his neck. I was a huge liar back when I lived in Japan. Huh? I was planning on only saying it once. Everyone was suffering and I wanted to lift their spirits. I wanted them to have faith in the future. Which is why I said to the people that I heard God's voice, that Deuce would always be with them. You remember how I said that I served the god of the Padre that the Padres taught me about? Yes, I remember. But it conflicted with those who worshipped the ancient gods of Japan, and I was persecuted. Many of those who followed me were captured and tortured. Some were killed as they prayed to Deuce. Everyone was scared and exhausted. I wanted to give them hope, even if it was just a little. Everyone rejoiced at my words. The light came back into their eyes and they started to talk again about hope. I felt I'd done something really great for them. That everyone was going to be fine. But things took a turn for the worse. So many horrible things happened that I felt like I had to say it again. That I heard God's voice saying we weren't offering enough prayers worthy of his intervention. Oh god, he became like a false prophet. The truth is, I never once heard his voice. But I couldn't tell him that I lied. Telling him the truth would only have brought them despair. More than that, I was waiting for Deuce myself. Each day I had faith that a miracle would happen. And if not, the next day. But we ended up having to defend ourselves at the castle. It was around then that I started thinking. Maybe Deuce wasn't appearing to us because I was a liar. Finally, in the moment, just before I was beheaded, I yelled with all my might, cursing Deuce. When I awoke after washing ashore, I saw my hideous scar. I felt that it was my punishment. Tokisada traced his scar with his finger. I heard a rumor that old wounds were healed by the waters in Yomi, so I asked Yosuga for help. Yosuga and Camellia always treated me as a normal guest, never prying into my past. I've always been grateful to them. What's more, the water was comfortable and had a nice calming scent. I know what you mean. I feel like I could bathe there every day. And they got the best mint chocolate ice cream. Heh. We should get some again. Tokisada smiled, then took a look around my room. I have to admit, this place is really cozy too. You wouldn't mind if I stayed here, wouldn't you? Yeah, you're very much an invited guest. I'll give you a spare key. I'm just kidding. I'm not so rude that I'd... Say, Tokisada? I don't believe you're a liar, but... Is what Lord Suneho said really true? I know, we gotta have some words with him then. I'm guessing someone who doesn't like me told Lord Tsunoho bad rumors about me, and that's the conclusion he came up with. He was gonna execute you. He's been really stressed, and I don't blame him. He took in an outsider that can't do anything. Something wasn't right. I know who's been spreading the rumors. We know one rumor monger. I shouldn't bring it up now, though, since it would probably make him even more distressed. Tokisada, I can't imagine you killing someone of your own accord. It also doesn't make sense that you would act so rashly on rumors about the Red Calamity. I can only assume someone must have really driven that idea into your mind. Oh, is it fading? Look, the color of your hair is going back to normal. Huh? Oh, we're just gonna have to dye it back. Can I dye it again? Tokisada's slender fingers touched my lips. I couldn't refuse what was already a part of me. I loved him so dearly that I wanted to always be one with him. You can dye me as many times as you want. Oh, how romantic. I knew. I could see the frightened look in his eyes when he spoke about Lord Tsunoho. There's more that needs to be settled. We still have a long way to go. Alright, so it's not the end yet. We have to resolve this conflict. Which is why all I could do right now was embrace him in my arms. I would never let the waves carry Tokisada away. I made that promise with all my heart. No. Wow, what a nice chapter. Are you feeling warm? I'm warm. Oh, next chapter is Parted Twins. We know one pair of twins. Okay, is this gonna be about them? It's the morning after. Do you have... Are you guys tired? Do your hips hurt? Is Tokisada thinking about the consequences of his actions? He's like, oh god. The clarity. The post-nut clarity here. He's like, what did I do? Alright, let's end things off here. Yeah, that was a nice... Not really fuzzy. I guess. It was a very romantic chapter. We actually got to, like, our couple actually got to do it. Which is, you don't see that in a lot of Otome games. A lot of times just like, oh, they kiss at the end. The end. I'm like, where's the rest of it? Like, there's more to a relationship than just that. Or the fabled holding of the hands. After like 100 episodes or so. Okay, so yeah, we just got a few more chapters to go. Yeah, maybe we're gonna have like a showdown with Canon. He needs to... He's been feeding lies, or at least like misinformation, and I think he needs to atone for those actions. So hopefully, maybe we'll have a showdown with Canon. Anywho, yeah, we'll end up here. Hopefully, I can like still do like I'm trying to do daily episodes. Like it's supposed to be like an easy LP. But unfortunately, because of work, like my back has been hurting, and it's like really uncomfortable to sit down, and not because of that, like the thing of like that kind of back pain, but it's definitely because of like work and just me like bending down repeatedly to clean. It's like agonizingly distracting to like sit in a chair for like a long time. I'm usually fine if I'm like walking around or if I'm like lying like flat on my back, like reading a book or something. But it's really annoying that like I want to like sit down and record stuff, but like my back just hurts. And like I even want to work on my like the guides for my next LP, which I do sitting at my computer, and like I can't even do that because the pain in my back is like super distracting. And I'm like, I don't know, like I'm trying to stretch it out, like do a bunch of stretches and like yoga stretches, just like the pain just like won't go away. I wish I had that like trash can from The Simpsons. I always remember the trash can from The Simpsons that like Homer would like throw people on, and I guess it was like bent in the exact manner of like a human spine. So you just like fix everyone's back problems by just shoving them onto the trash can. It's like, oh wow, my chronic back pain is just gone. There's no miracle trash can like that. Anywho, just babbling. Yeah, stop here. I hope you guys had some nice cozy feelings here, seeing our little couple get entwined here, getting further into the relationship. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.